The Strait of Hormuz crisis has taken a significant turn, with Iran and Oman reaching an agreement on a safe shipping route for vessels passing through the strategically vital waterway. The development comes as the conflict between Iran and the United States continues, with tensions rising over the control and reopening of the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghaei said that Tehran and Oman have agreed on a shipping route map. Following around 3 weeks of negotiations, and the two nations are expected to issue a joint statement on the arrangement soon. Iran has made it clear that, however, the shipping agreement is separate from its broader negotiations with Oman on other issues. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi also stressed that talks with Oman and the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz are two separate matters. And according to the Iranian media, he said that the previous routes through the waterway are no longer functional, meaning a new route needs to be established. Well, for now, Iran and Oman are working on a temporary route that could later be converted into a permanent agreement. And the agreement comes amid a dramatic decline in shipping traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, as ship tracking data cited show that only 2 vessels passed through the waterway on Friday, with no crude oil shipment visible. And before the conflict, more than 130 vessels crossed the strait on an average day, and the Strait of Hormuz is one of the world's most important energy choke points. Nearly 1/5 of global crude oil supplies normally pass through the waterway, meaning any prolonged disruption could have a major impact on global oil prices, fuel cost, and international trade. Well, the latest development also follows a controversial statement by US President Donald Trump. Speaking at a political rally in New York, Donald Trump said that after defeating Iran, he would soon declare the Strait of Hormuz a territory of the US. However, a White House official later told the Wall Street Journal that Donald Trump was joking, and Iran responded strongly to the statement. Deputy Foreign Minister Kazem said that the Strait of Hormuz has always been remains Iranian and will continue to remain under Iran's command. He said that the waterway would only be opened or closed under Iran's authority. Tehran has also warned that the Strait of Hormuz will not be fully reopened until Washington accepts Iran's demands, including an end to the conflict on all the fronts. Well, he has also accused Donald Trump of refusing to accept what Iran calls the reality of defeat, and said that Tehran would continue enforcing the blockade. The US, meanwhile, has maintained pressure on Iran through sanctions and military measures, while demanding that the crucial waterway remain open for international merchant vessels. Washington has also warned that the ongoing confrontation could have economic consequences, including higher fuel prices for American consumers. Well, the military dimension of the crisis is also expanding, as US Central Command Commander Admiral Brad Cooper recently visited the USS Abraham Lincoln, which has been deployed in the Middle East for an extended period. The carrier has reportedly launched more than 10,000 sorties during the conflict, and the US has now directed the USS George Washington to leave the Pacific and replace the Abraham Lincoln, raising concerns about the impact of the Iran conflict on Washington's military commitments in the Indo-Pacific. So for now, the Iran-Oman agreement could provide a limited route for safer maritime movement through the Strait of Hormuz, but it does not resolve the larger dispute. Iran continues to link the reopening of the waterway to the wider conflict and its demands from Washington, while the US insists that international shipping must remain protected, and with the global oil markets and international trade closely watching every development. The Strait of Hormuz remains at the heart of the escalating Iran-US confrontation. Whether the new Iran-Oman shipping route can ease the crisis, or whether the wider standoff will continue to disrupt one of the world's most important waterways, remains to be seen. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.